Imagine this, you're in a room full of equally smart, highly accomplished people. Everyone's got degrees, the skills, the experience. But then a few people just stand out. They connect better, lead better, and honestly just handle life better. What do you think their secret is? Hi, my name is Anjali. I'm a psychologist and a happiness coach, and let me talk to you about emotional intelligence. You need it, I need it, everybody in this world need it. You may have a really good IQ, but what will always set you apart would be emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman, the guy who made emotional intelligence a buzzword back in 95, breaks it down for us. He says, sure, IQ gets you into the profession. It decides whether you become a doctor, a lawyer, or a business leader. But once you're in it, IQ is not what will set you apart. What does is emotional intelligence. Your ability to manage emotions, connect with people, and build stronger relationships. Think of it this way. IQ might help you land a job, but emotional intelligence helps you thrive in it. So the people who keep getting promotion after promotion, this is what they usually have. And the best part, unlike IQ, which pretty much stays the same throughout your life, emotional intelligence can be developed. So what exactly is this emotional intelligence? Why are people going gaga over it? And how can you and I develop it in our life? See, it technically only has 4 important things that we need to work on. Your first is self-awareness. Knowing what you feel, why you feel it, and how it affects your decisions and how you make decisions after that. For example, have you ever snapped at someone because you were frustrated about something else? जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, किसी का गुस्सा किसी और पे निकाल दिया. That's your low self-awareness at work. Okay, let's take another example. You're in a heated argument with your sibling. You're frustrated, but instead of reacting impulsively, you pause. You recognize, okay, I am angry because I feel unheard at this moment. That, my friend, is self-awareness. Understanding your emotions because they do not control you. You control your emotions. Studies show that people low in self-awareness struggle to improve in other areas of emotional intelligence as well. But those who know their triggers and emotions, they grow faster, manage stress better, and communicate more effectively, hence become a people's person, a people manager, or just grows on the ladder way faster. Let's talk about the second most important thing, and I think this is one of the most necessary things that people really forget about. It's called self-management. Staying in control even when your emotions run high. You and I always have different moods, right? We will have days where we are very angry. We will have days where we are very sad. Sometimes in a day, our emotions are a roller coaster. So, for example, there's a road rage that has happened, right? And you're with somebody and somebody bumped in your car and you start shouting like anything. That is how emotional management is not working. You might have seen people, right? Road rage, public meltdowns, or even a boss who yells all the time for the smallest of mistakes. All of these are your signs of poor self-management. Now, on the flip side, people with strong management, they stay composed and focused even in tougher situations. That's when you end up asking ki yaar, how is this not impacting you? What are you doing? Don't you feel all of this? In situations where your emotions are running high, it's your ability to control and respond accordingly that will always set you apart. As a manager, as a leader, if you're continuously angry at your team, the environment in your team will also always be of fear and anger. We see a lot of road rage incidents increasing everywhere. दिल्ली की सड़कों में किसी की गाड़ी अगर ठोक दो या किसी की गाड़ी ठुक जाए तो सबसे पहले everybody starts abusing, everybody starts being really angry, right? Or they will just honk very aggressively. But at that moment, if for once, I'm not saying you have to do it all the time, but just for once, humor me for a minute and just at that minute, take a deep breath, let it go, focus on driving safely. At that time, when you do not engage in the fight, because usually these are strangers, you don't really know them, and unless and until your car has been really badly impacted and you're not safe, then there's a different conversation. But if you're safe and it's a very small bump, it is better to let it go. And it is better to react calmly or just apologize and move ahead with your day, because you don't know what's happening with the other person and the other person has no idea what's happening with you. Your self-management will help you react better with people. It's not at all about suppressing emotions. It's just about directing them in a way that serves you. In workplaces two, people who manage emotion well will always be moved forward. So the ones who are calm under pressure navigate office politics very smartly and don't let one bad meeting ruin their entire day. Okay, so this takes a little time for you to work on it, but start by just, being in a situation and ask, okay, I usually get angry at this point. What else can I do? This one meeting had the opportunity to spoil my entire day, but what if I don't let it control me? When you start asking questions like this, you give your body, you give your mind a signal that there is an alternative way, there's an alternative option for you to do things differently. Let's go to the third part. It's called social awareness. This is where empathy comes in. It's about understanding and not just about what people say, but what people really mean. Have you ever had a friend who just gets you? That's social awareness in action. Think of the best teachers you've had in school, the ones who really understood when you were struggling, who didn't just see you as another student, but as a person. Maybe they noticed when you were upset and took the time to ask, hey, everything okay? That, my friend, that is social awareness. Understanding the room, reading the room, having empathy. It is not just feeling bad for someone, it's about truly understanding them. It's what makes parents more patient with their children, bosses more approachable, and friendships more meaningful. To gain this, just for a minute, don't think of yourself and think of people in the room and see how can you serve them better. For example, when you ask a friend, how are you? And they give you a standard response of I am fine, ask a little more, nudge a little more. You may understand at that time when you ask more questions, people share more things. Coming to the fourth aspect, and this is the last aspect of what emotional intelligence has, it's called relationship management. I mean, somewhere we all need it, right? It's our relationships that give us the most problems in the end of the day. So, can you really navigate conflicts without blowing up? Can you motivate and inspire others? Relationship management is what makes people better leaders, partners, and even parents. Conflict will always happen. It's a part of life. If you are scared of conflicts, you're not really understanding the concepts of having good relationships. But have you ever seen someone who handle a disagreement so smoothly that both sides walk away feeling heard? So conflict will happen, but in the end of the day, are you just feeling bad about the conflict, or do you really feel that the other person has understood you and you have understood that person? It could just be a friend who diffused an argument between two people, or a manager who made a difficult conversation feel constructive rather than confrontational. Relationship management is just about handling conflicts well, communicating clearly, and just, building that trust that, what, I am there for you. I'll hold that space for you. The best leaders and partners aren't just intelligent people, they're emotionally intelligent. One thing that I really like about Goleman's work is that it gives an interesting insight. Our emotions are contagious, especially in leadership. If a leader is constantly anxious or angry, their entire team feels it and the performance eventually drops. But if a leader who stays positive and composed, that's the kind of person that people want to work with and will also follow. Let's for a minute talk about habit change. We always say that changing an habit is more of an emotional experience than a disciplinary experience. Here it says that changing habits is like crossing your arms in an opposite way. Okay, let's just try it. For example, right now, just try and cross your arms. What do you do? Do you do it like this, or you do it like this? Whichever way you do it, just change the method for once. And you'll understand that is a little uncomfortable. My habit is like this, but when I do it like this, it's not comfortable. I don't feel okay doing this. Right? It's a little weird. Usually, habit changes are also like that. You initially always feel weird about it, but the more you practice it, it becomes your second nature. Take listening, for example. Many of us are guilty for cutting people off mid-sentence because we always have more to share. The fix has always been to actively listen. Repeat what you heard and then respond. At first, it feels forced, but over time, it becomes a natural part of how you communicate. In the end of the day, it's you doing one thing consistently. Let me tell you a small story. This is about a school bus driver. Let's call him Mr. Sharma. Okay? Now, bus drivers do their job, get paid for it, get kids to school, from school they get them to home, right? That's basic. But here in this one bus, Mr. Sharma, he greets every child by their name, asks how their day was, crack some or the other jokes, and tries playing good songs in the bus. Now, just by doing this, just by being there, of course his job is just to drive the bus, but just by doing these little tiny acts, some kids wait for the bus instead of, just taking some other or going with their friends. Why? Because he makes their day better. Kids in the end of the day start looking forward to the bus time that they get, because they know that's the time that they can enjoy, chill, interact, right? And years later, students still talk about him, remember him, how he made them feel seen and valued. That is emotional intelligence in action. You don't have to be a CEO to be a great leader. You just have to learn to understand people. The biggest takeaway, emotional intelligence isn't just for leaders or professionals, it's for everyone. It makes us better partners, better parents, and just better human beings. And the best part here is that it can be learned at any stage of your life. So it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 45. It doesn't matter if you're reaching your 90s or you're just starting in the corporate world. Identify your weak spots, practice new emotional habits, watch how the world transforms for you. Because in the end, the more emotional intelligence we have, the better our relationships are and our workplaces are. And that's how we become better members of the society as well. Do you need emotional intelligence? Yes, you do. Does everybody need emotional intelligence? Yes, they do. And there is no way you can convince me otherwise. It's one of the most important skills to have. And in today's time, it's not just a soft skill, it's a human intelligent skill that you need. So no matter how much AI comes and takes over, emotional intelligence will always, always, always set you apart. Let's end this here. If you have questions, just put it down and I will be happy to answer them. If you want to learn more about emotional intelligence, keep following the page. We put content every 2 weeks, so make sure that you subscribe, make sure you're here and share it with a friend who you think can benefit from it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Take care.